The second floor. Mara never questioned the locked staircase when she signed the lease. The landlord, a gaunt man with nicotine-stained fingers, simply muttered, "The upstairs is under renovation. Unsafe, you won't need it." Exhausted and broke, Mara nodded, focused on Leo. 8 years old, still haunted by nightmares of the crash, still wondering why Daddy hadn't returned. The flat was small but tidy. 1 floor, 2 bedrooms, and a kitchen that hummed ominously with old wiring. A padlock and a strip of peeling caution tape sealed the staircase to the second floor. Leo often stared at it, his eyes wide with curiosity. "She's nice," he said one morning, chewing his toast. "She lives upstairs." Mara's laughter echoed too loudly in the quiet room. "Who?" "Mother too." "Me, right?" she replied, trying to sound lighthearted. Leo shook his head, his expression serious. "Your mother won." That night, Mara awoke to footsteps above her, slow and deliberate. Her heart raced as the ceiling creaked ominously, then fell silent. She tried to convince herself it was just the pipes, settling wood, or the wind playing tricks. But the next day, Leo presented her with a drawing. A faceless woman standing at the top of the stairs, her arms long and fingers sharp. In shaky block letters he had written, "Mother too." "She says you lied," Leo whispered, his voice barely above a breath. Frustrated, Mara called the landlord. He sounded irritated. "No one's up there." "It's empty, I told you." "But I heard footsteps." "Then you heard wrong," he snapped. Determined, she bought bolt cutters. The lock snapped like a brittle bone. The staircase creaked under her weight as she ascended. At the top, a door stood ajar, inviting her in. The second floor was untouched, pristine. No dust, no tools, just a child's bedroom, eerily similar to Leo's but older, with faded wallpaper and wooden toys. On the dresser lay a photo of a boy who looked exactly like Leo but wasn't. Mara discovered a diary in a drawer, the yellowed pages stained with tears. It belonged to a woman named Elise, who mourned the loss of her son Noah in a fire. The final entry chilled Mara to the bone. "If I could do it again, I'd raise him better. I'd keep him safe, I'd be the mother he deserved." A cold wave washed over her as the air shifted. She turned to find Leo standing in the doorway, his eyes dark and knowing. "She's ready now," he said, an unsettling smile creeping across his face. That night, Mara dreamed of flames licking at the walls. She woke to smoke filling the room. The stove blazed, but Leo was gone. She bolted upstairs, panic surging through her veins, only to find the staircase had vanished, replaced by a solid wall. No door, no sign it had ever existed. Screams tore from her throat, echoing through the empty flat until neighbors called the police. The landlord showed them the blueprints. The building was a single-story flat, it always had been. Mara was institutionalized, diagnosed with delusional disorder. Leo was placed in foster care. Weeks later, in a quiet foster home, Leo sat cross-legged on the floor, absorbed in his drawing. A woman with no face stared back at him from the page. He whispered, "Your mother won now."